All right, guys. So we caught Stephanie working on some of the fires. Um, so so what are you doing right now, Stephanie, besides painting fires?
Mhm.
What steps are you on?
Right now I'm on the third step. Well, I guess fourth step if you consider priming. Um, this is the third color I'm putting on. I'm trying to put it on in thin layers so that way the gradient and transition is smooth and you don't see harsh lines between the color transitions. Uh, it's very time consuming, but um, the outcome's pretty worth it, I think.
Now, one of my Achilles heel is painting fires. I'm not very good at it. So what makes painting fire a little more difficult than than painting something like a miniature, for example?
Well,
Not that painting miniatures
can't be
isn't
difficult, yeah.
right, right.
Well, I think with most miniatures, you have the advantage of kind of just being able to lay down solid colors
Blocking it
and
off.
then add in a wash. Like that is an easier way to kind of get depth in between the colors and maybe a bit of a gradient from a light color down to a dark. And I don't know, it's definitely easier than doing fires where you have to do multiple different colors to get a color transition that looks good.
Looks like a natural fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, because when you're painting a miniature, you have like certain sections that you can paint. Like, okay, here's his boots, here's his armor, here's his skin,
Yeah.
and to really just really quickly make it look nice, you can put down the base colors, add a wash. You can go back and add some highlights if you want to. You don't have to do that step, but you can. But with a fire, painting fires, you can't do that.
Yeah, you have to kind of pick where you want the color transition to happen. Um, and it can be difficult getting on thinner coats because I mean you can't water it down too much, otherwise
It
it just
won't show
starts,
up.
or it starts, if it's too liquidy, it starts like filling in the crevices, and it can just ruin the whole transition of the colors.
Right. So when you're painting fires, what do you say? How important is the underlying like base coat, the base color? Is it
I think it's, I mean, fairly important because you want to choose a base color that's nice and bright, so it'll show up really well in between, like where you choose to start the gradient of whatever color it is. Obviously, this is more of a normal natural fire compared to doing maybe a green fire or a blue fire.
you
It's
have one of your
important.
blue fires right up there?
Yeah.
You can show.
So still, excuse me, choosing a color that is nice and a light color that's bright that shows up well in the areas that should be lighter.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for sharing some of your tips on how to paint fires. And we got what, a batch of them almost ready to go in the next shipment, correct?
Yeah, just have a few more. Hopefully we can get more out day after tomorrow. Definitely this week.
All right. Thank you. And your fires look awesome.
Thank you.